Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called Real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the Real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge of wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it always taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to born. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace. Peace in the name of Allah, to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse, to all the human families of the planet Earth. We bid you a love, peace, and happiness. I salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka K to the Black Superhero. Welcome to another explosive episode of Real2reel360. But we ain't gonna hold you up no further because this young man here, all I'm gonna say is this young man here, this young man right here who we have tonight is very, very, very rocking it, doing what he's doing. And we got him again, and we're going to let y'all hear him again as well. So without further ado, let me bring our co-host with the most so we can rock this party out. I'm talking about none other than the electrifying powerhouse himself, my brother, NGOD.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Am I the...
Yes, sir.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. And yes, I am the meanest, the baddest mofo low rolling around this town right about now. So, but ladies and gentlemen, this brother that we have on is a singer, songwriter, composer. Man, I really don't even have enough superlatives to talk about this Southern soul R&B singer. He is our brother. He's been on before, and I'm glad to have him on now. He is the one and only JLake. Let's bring him in. Let's go.
Yo, what's
Yeah.
going on? What's going on with you?
Diggity. What's good? What's good, homie?
Man, I'm glad to be here.
I'm going to tell you, I've seen you move around, and then I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes, and they talk about your writing skills and how, you know what I'm saying, your music is so prolific. How, as a artist and of that magnitude of feeling like that type of support from your cohorts, how does that feel for you?
Man, it feels great, man. Like I said, man, I've been writing for a long time, producing for a long time, man, and just try to do the best I can, you know what I'm saying? Write about, the ups and downs and the good and the bad, man. You know what I'm saying? And so when I came into Southern Soul, people like Omar Cunningham, which is the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? He heard some of the music and he was like, man, you a bad guy, man. You're a bad guy. So I knew, coming in on that side that, we was headed in a good direction, you know what I'm saying? So for the people that's out there, man, that's saying that, I'm doing my thing, I really appreciate that. It means a lot, man.
Now, as a artist, we're gonna go back into a little history right quick so people can know exactly what we're talking about. When did you start writing music?
Man, I've been writing since, over 20 years. I'm 37 years old, man. I started writing, when I was about 15. So I've been writing ever since. And man, I was writing stuff that made sense back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was writing songs, man, that grown folks could listen to back then. So So I've been doing it for a long time, man. So it only gets better with time. You know what I'm
Right. Now, as as a artist and a performer, what do you prefer? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you prefer the production part of the music or the writing part of the music?
Man, for me, it goes hand in hand, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when I'm writing, I'm actually doing a production at the same time. And that's why a lot of my music and the lyrics go hand in hand. I like to build the song together. A lot of artists, they get a track from a producer and then they go write to it. Or they write something, then they get a producer to make a track to it. I'm actually doing it at the same time.
Mm.
That way it goes. So every track I make is made for the actual song that I'm writing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it coincide with each other for me. So it goes together.
Now, when yes, we back. Oh my goodness, Mississippi's in the building. Mississippi's in the building. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my peoples done
And not
fell off in here.
no. Look who else in here. Look who else in here. Look who else.
Oh my
Look
goodness.
who else is in here.
DJ
is
Chase is in here.
is
We
that
got
Big
we
Mississippi?
got
Joe.
Is that
that's
Mississippi in the
Mississippi.
house?
Yeah,
It's in
yeah,
the
yeah, they in
house.
here.
Ruleville in
Hey,
the house.
hey, look.
Sunshine is
Hey,
in here. Brittany's in here. You know what
oh
I'm
my
saying?
goodness.
Cherie's in here.
Reason.
Tamiko's in here. Man, I told you.
I'm going to bed.
Mississippi
I'm
come when
going to bed,
they
man.
come to show out, man. I'm telling you,
You
bruh.
say it's gonna be a long night.
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. You do the rest. You
Shout
do the
out to
rest of the show. You do the rest
shout
of the
out
show,
to
man.
shout out
I'm
to
out.
Sunshine and the crew, man. Much love to y'all.
Much love, man. Much
What's up,
love. I
y'all? What's up?
appreciate it,
What's up?
man. It's nothing like that Mississippi love. I don't care where you go, man. You know what I'm
MC
saying?
Cookies in the building. What's good?
Oh, MC Cookies in the building. Oh
Brittany,
man, I tell you,
Brittany,
we,
just cook the food for me, Brittany. That's all.
Hey, Brittany cooking you some food, man.
That's what when I come down to Mississippi. That's what I'm gonna get. I want some food. I told him.
Man, I
I'm
ain't got no
coming.
plate yet.
You ain't get a plate yet?
I ain't
you
got a
ain't get a
plate
plate.
yet, man.
Oh,
Oh, listen. I guess I got to be the first to tell the story.
oh yeah, you gonna tell that story?
The Kool-Aid too. Listen,
Oh man.
Got the Kool Aid. There it is, man.
man. No
But
doubt, no
What's up?
doubt.
last night we interviewed, right, and Sunshine, we was talking, and I was asking about her song, and she told me that you wrote that song. How was that experience working with Sunshine?
Man, it was great. Because man, anytime, artists they get with me and it's always experience. Sunshine, she came to me and pretty much told me, gave me a brief. When I say brief, I mean a very brief summary of what she wanted to talk about in her song. You know what I'm saying? And when she gave me that, man, I went straight to the studio and started working on an idea. Um, and she wanted to go with "Love Me Right," and she wanted to talk about the man loving the woman right and woman loving the man right. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I created "Love Me Right" and I sent it to her. She was like, "Oh my God, I don't know like how you knew all this, but it's perfect for me." You know what I'm saying? And any producer, songwriter, that's what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You want to hear, and that was the first shot at it, man, and she loved it, and obviously it's doing well for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got, man. So it was a great experience, man. It's always a great experience working with multiple artists, but it definitely was a great experience working with hers.
Now, as a singer songwriter, right? How can you get into the mind state of writing for a female artist and getting it from the female's point of view?
Well, like I said, man, I feel like as a producer, as a songwriter, I think that's where your true talents come in at when you're able to step into a female's feelings for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know what women go through because half of the time we putting them through it. You know what I'm saying? I said half of the time. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
so yeah, man. So I step, I'm able to do that. I've written for multiple. I've written for Stephanie Luckett. You know what I'm saying? I've written a song for Karen Wolf, which is not out yet, but I've written a song for Karen Wolf. So I've written for multiple artists, man, and more to come. More to come.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
I tell you, and she just said you took what she gave you, and you just ran with it. That's
Yeah,
that's amazing that you can have that type of skills when it come down to writing. And
it's a blessing,
when
man.
when you start writing and sitting and vibing with the music, um, where's like do the inspiration from certain songs come from?
Well, a lot of times, man, inspiration comes from you know, man, just some of the stuff, man, that just go on, go on around you. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have conversations with people, and they tell you about situations. It even might be a situation that I go through or someone else go through, and man, sometimes I just take a little bit of it out of it, and go into writing and put some, sometimes you're gonna put some stuff. It may not be about you, you know what I'm saying, but you're gonna put it together, you know what I'm saying. So it's always from life experiences, whether
Right.
it's about me or someone else, around, you know what I'm saying. So I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, so I'm able to go in the studio, man, and field that space for any type of record, you know what I'm saying.
Hmm. Now you got a song called BBL. We're gonna get into this BBL.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get it. I don't know if they ready for it, but we're gonna get off into this BBL right here, right?
Okay, okay.
Now, did you see somebody with the BBL and the skinny legs? Or did you know what I'm
No.
saying?
But let me tell you about that, man. So
Uh,
the song is called BBL,
right,
and I was kind of skeptical about calling it that. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want people to miss the point of the song. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I'm not really saying go get a BBL or I like BBLs. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I was saying. I'm saying I don't know if it's real. Meaning it could be real, it could be a BBL. Whatever
Hmm.
it is, it look good to me. It's some people, it's some women out there that got a BBL that's shaped like it's supposed to be, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, but it's
What
some
what
that
what is BBL?
you don't know what a BBL is.
Nah, I'm from the
Yeah.
north, man. I don't know the acronyms. What's BBL?
Man, it's the Brazilian butt lift that these ladies getting out here.
Oh. See, I was totally out of pocket on that.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah. You was out of
So like, so I actually wrote this song for another artist, but it didn't work, it didn't work for them. So I was like, man, I don't want to get rid of this song. And I had to be honest with you, I told God, I was like, hey man, this no lie. I said, hey, if I supposed to keep this song, because you gotta decide whether you're gonna get a record away or you're gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I said, hey, if it's for me, let it stay right here. So that's what happened. So I'm not encouraging nobody to go get no BBL, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. But the song is saying, I don't know if it's real or if it's a BBL, but it looked good to me. So it can be real. It don't have to be a
Okay.
BBL. You know what I'm saying? That thing looked good to me. So that's what I'm talking about, man.
now. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's a butt man, but obviously he was looking. Obviously he was looking.
Yes, sir.
But I noticed like you've done songs with J1, you've done songs with a lot of artists. Who is the one that stands out the most in your mind with your collaboration?
Um, to be honest with you, man, collaboration wise, I would say it's two. It would be Vic Allen. I got a song with Vic Allen called "Don't Want to Be a Fool."
Hmm.
Um, and the reason why that track is important to me, that collaboration is important to me, because I used to watch the Ken Spirituals when I was a kid. So I used to watch Vic Allen, on keys, man, playing for the Ken Spirituals when I was a young kid. So to be able to come this far and then we actually make some music together, That's amazing. So, cause I'm a quartet kid, man. I'm straight from quartet. So,
Mm,
and also Urban Mystic. You know, I grew up being a big Urban Mystic fan. You know what I'm saying? And
no doubt.
so yeah, we made that happen. So man, those are two big moments for me.
Now, salute to my man DJ Dre, top five dead or alive. Mr.
Dre,
Nasty
what's up?
Man is in the building.
Dre Coat, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man, Dre Cope, man. That's Mr. Nasty Man right there. That's who that is. But when you have these experiences working with some of the greats in the studio, at any given time, do you as an artist sit back and be like, yo, not just fan out, but just sit back and think about, what I'm saying, I'm sitting here with some legends, and you're taking things back from them.
Well, when I get around those guys, man, I always try to, you know, remain professional. You know what I'm saying? I might be excited inside, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I still be wanna, we in the room, we working, that means I've gained their respect, you know what I'm saying? And we in the room together for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So that means that I'm doing something right. So I like to stay humble, you know what I'm saying? But I still be a little bit excited in the inside, you know what I'm saying, that we making this happen, you know what I'm saying? But
Let
I've
me
been
add to
around
that.
them, but I've been around them so long now. I've been around the LJs and the Urban Mystic and the Calvin Richardsons so long now until it just, when we see each other now, it just, what's up, bro? And, we get to work and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Of
me
course,
ask
of
this.
course.
When you first started, did you feel like some sort of pressure to be like, I got this heavy hitter artist in here and I know what I gotta write. It's got to be a banger for him. You know what I'm saying? Did you ever
Yeah.
feel pressure because of who you had in there with you? If like, man, I really hope they enjoy this joint, man, and
Yeah.
so that.
Well, with Urban Mystic, man, when we did our song One of a Kind, I actually had recorded my verse first. I had
Okay.
finished the song and then I sent it to him. And man, when he sent his verse back, I'm like, no, sir, you're not gonna beat me up on my record. So I scratched all my stuff, man, and I did all of mine because he came real. He still cut up on it, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
he came hard on it, man. So I had to go back because what I had wasn't tough enough. So I
Mm.
had to go back and come a little harder. Yes,
Now,
sir.
working in the format that you do work in, and like we talk about, you write for a lot of artists, right? What is some of the experiences that you have had going from the studio with an artist and performing the song with that same artist?
The experience is really, to be honest with you, the only person that I've been able to perform this music with multiple times is Urban Mystic. A lot of times, Um, I've been on several shows with LJ. I got a record with LJ, but a lot of times the artists don't be in the room, early enough to hop on stage, with me to do the record. But me and Urban Mystic has performed One of a Kind together multiple times. We was out in Kansas, Topeka, Kansas. We've done it in Clarksville, Tennessee, and it's been a great experience, man. Because people, and believe it or not, people love to hear those collabos together. Because people been asking me
Mm.
all the time, man, when you and LJ gonna do y'all song together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I still want to get on the stage and make some. So I got a record with Omar Cunningham, you know what I'm saying? So we got to make all that happen. Definitely, man. Definitely. It's been a great experience, though, with Urban Misty. Every time we on the show together, we do the record together.
And when you talk about those experiences and you what you bring to the table, what is the thing that separates Jay Lake from other writers and producers in the game?
Well, I definitely strive to be different because with my writing and my producing, uh, you're never going to get the same sound every time. If you notice with my music, every other song is something different. Like my last record was Let It Be Said, which is more of a R&B-ish record. I got another record called Do Right, which is featured on the Tubi movie Betray, which is a
Mm-hmm.
R&B record pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But BBL is straight Southern soul blues, you know what I'm saying? So you can expect different, being different every song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna give, like, for example, Sunshine, a record that sounds like Love Me Right the next time. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be something different. We gotta go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest thing about my production. I want to show people, I want to spread my work out. I want people to be able to see you. I don't want you to be able to tell, like, oh yeah, JLake did that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be,
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of a
different, man.
kind.
Yeah, and what that does is it expands you too, because it gives different artists, an idea that you just not stuck in one lane. Like, you can do more than one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had somebody call me tonight, which is a Southern Soul artist. They want to do an R&B record. Okay, well, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not turning down nothing. I do jingles and stuff too. So for dealerships, so you got to be versatile. You know what I'm saying? To do all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, man. I just like to be different. Every record.
Shout out to Honey that's in the building. Hope you're feeling better. But JLake, how do you sit down and depict what record is going to be Southern Soul, what is going to be R&B, what is going to be, something else? Cammy Effect is in the building.
Yes, yes.
My brother
Man,
LeBron.
it's really just about, honestly, man, it's really about the feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, in my Southern Soul records, it's probably gonna have some organ in it. It's probably gonna have a little bit of horns. You know what I'm saying? In it. You know what I'm saying? My R&B stuff is gonna be a little more smoother. You know what I'm saying? And, like, when I do my R&B stuff, I like to cater to the '90s R&B feel. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? I like people to feel what they felt in the '90s when I do my R&B stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I give a little bit elements from the '90s feel when I'm doing the R&B, and when the Southern Soul, um, I like to go for a little bit of the old school blues, like the Malaco sound. You know what I'm saying? The Malaco records. You know about the Malaco records?
Oh
Of
yeah,
course,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah. I like to give a little bit of that blues mixed
Mm-hmm.
in with the Southern Soul. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Give a little bit of that, man. Like I said, I'm quartet, so I came up off of the watching Malaco, the blues and the R&B. I mean, the blues and the gospel back then. I'm young, but I'm gang. You know what I'm
No question.
saying?
Uh,
Yeah.
Now we got we talked about the BBL, so I got to hear the BBL. I
Okay.
got to hear the BBL. Okay, you got
All
to
right,
you got to get that locked and loaded for me right now, man, because
let's run it. Let's run it.
It's your boy
I
JLake.
look at the back too. So
And if you know that
I
thing
gotta
look
figure
good,
out how can I tell whether it's BBL.
meet me on the dance floor.
Let's go.
Or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. When she walk in the room, everybody stop and stare. That thing look good, no matter what clothes she wear. One thing
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, that's it right there. Okay, BBL, I got taught something tonight, baby.
I tell you what, hold on. I don't think I heard it. Can you play it one more time for me? I don't think I heard it.
Go to hear it again. Want to hear it
I want
again?
to hear. I want to hear it one more time. I want to hear it one more time. There you go.
It's your boy JLake. And if you know that thing look good, meet me on the dance floor. Real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. When she walk in the room, everybody stop and stare. That thing look good, no matter what clothes she wear. One thing about it, she know that thing look right. That thing stand out, even glow up in night. She know she bad, I can tell by the way she move. With a body like that, girl, you sure can't lose. If I had one chance, I would rub on you all night long. It's a shame, and you ain't done nothing wrong. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. With a body like that, girl, I know some other women don't like ya. I know they don't like ya, but it don't matter, 'cause I'll turn around and wife ya. Yes, sir. So you got it going on, and you already knew it. Turn around, baby. Don't be scared to show it. That thing look good to me, and to the fellas too. That's why they stand around, watching you do what you do. Give me one chance, baby, let me take you home. I'll rub you up and down when I get you alone. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Said it's looking real good to me. May be real or it may not be. Said it's looking real good to me. Good to me. Good to me. Said it's looking real good to me. May be real or it may not be. Said it's looking real good to me. Good to me. Good to me. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does.
Yes, sir. That's a damn good two-step right there and everything, bro.
Man,
That smooth slide, that's a good slide.
I get my smack on then.
Yeah, man.
Get
Yes,
my
sir.
smack on then. But
Yeah.
The BBL or the real?
it don't matter.
It don't matter as long as it look good.
As long as it look good.
Yeah. So man, that's a little different. That's a little different for me, man.
It is.
I try to keep all my music clean, which it's still clean, but I try to keep it clean, man, because I got church folks and everybody listen to my music, man. So I can't be making nothing too dirty, man. So that right there was stretching it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, it was good though. It
Some
was
of them
good
don't know what
because
BBL is though.
yeah.
So, you know.
It's good, man.
So it's all good.
Now
Yeah, man.
the transition from being a quartet singer, and for those who don't know, most quartet singers are in the church, and then you going into the secular section. How was that transition for you?
Man, it really wasn't that bad at all, man, because I was a church musician as well. I played drums for my home church, man. And I was more nervous about what my pastor and first lady, at that time was, felt about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing music, and man, I ended up in the newspaper, the local newspaper, man, for releasing a single or whatever, man. I'll never forget. I was working in a grocery store, man, and the pastor and the first lady walked in and said, "Yeah, we saw you in the newspaper." You know what I'm saying? We really proud of you. So when they said that, I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's keep it moving then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I haven't had any trouble, man. Like I said, I still uh work in the gospel too, man. My mama's got records out that I produced for her. And so yeah, man. But gospel people listen to R&B and Southern Soul too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So, it's all good all the way around. Like I said, the most important thing for me is keeping it pretty clean though. You know what I'm saying? I try to respect my music is as far as that, at least if I always told God, if I'm gonna do this thing, I got to keep it clean for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Because I still want to be respected.
You
You
remember the
know,
very first song you wrote?
man. No, I don't, but I do. I do remember the first song that did something in my area, which was called "Paint a Picture," and it actually was the first song that went on the radio locally, and well in the
Okay.
region. And they played it locally on the radio for a long time, man, long time. It was called "Paint a Picture." Yes, sir.
What do you think you do with some of the stuff from back then? Like what if like for some of the first lines, like MCing like me and John back in the day, I think about like man, the first song I ever written or the first rhyme, I'm like, wow, looking how far I've come from
Right.
that style of talking and then improved as we go along. And then you try to remember like, man, where is that? So I'm like, most of the time, do you keep like your own collages of what you did then or and then how you
Yeah.
got it? And you go back, be like, yeah, that was my first joint right there, you know?
Yeah, man. Actually, man, I can go back and redo a song that I wrote and put out, man, years ago, 10, 15 years ago, and redo it, put it out right now, and people will love it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because that's why you have to make music that has a message.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Make sure your music has a message. You know what I'm saying? Because a record with a message with a message will live forever. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it.
Now, when you talk about your music and keeping the authenticity of it, how do you pick a single to put out? Because we know you're sitting on music. That's one
Mhm.
thing that individuals have to understand. Like you're sitting on music. It's not
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, you're not sitting on music. What is the process of picking a song to put out?
Well, it's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? Like BBL, I knew that with BBL, I knew that the summer was coming up. Trail rides, outdoor events. You know what I'm saying? I know it's time to dance. People are ready
Hmm.
to dance. They ready to get out there with them boots and everything. So I was like, let me put something out
Hmm.
that's gonna be fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then maybe when the weather changed, when it started getting cooler, I'll put out a real sexy record. You know what I'm saying? Something more laid back where people vibing, they at the house chilling with their lady. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's about timing. You know what I'm saying? The time of the year for me and what's needed out there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I determine what record I'm gonna release at this moment. So BBL turned out to be a good record for coming into because I'm about to be on some festivals. You know what I'm saying? It's four or 5,000 people out there, and you hit that BBL. You said it has a nice groove, so I'm looking for them to be bobbing to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I thought it was because it was that type of situation, whereas they're gonna be having them boots and dukes on, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's gonna be
Well,
looking good walking through that.
another thing too, man. A lot of times BBL is a topic of discussion right now. 10 years ago, when nobody even talking about no BBLs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now all you hear is BBL this and BBL that. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to go with time. You know what I'm saying? And you catch people attention with certain things. So
Now, and that's something that I go back to asking when you talk about the song that you pick out, and basically it's the season for it. What I mean,
right,
certain songs. So as an artist, is it something about your timing, like, because like we talk about, you're sitting
right.
on hits for real. And
Appreciate
is
it.
there any time that you ever give a song away, like, what I mean, you wrote a song or whatever the case may be, and you like, it's a hit, but you passed it along to someone else?
Well, I mean, yeah, man, that happens all the time. Have you heard LJ Eccles' "Let's Get Drunk"?
Yeah.
Well, I co-wrote that and I produced it. So,
Man.
and that thing is turning up for him right now. Actually, we just shot the music video. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
LJ,
I saw that.
yeah. So a lot of times LJ, he send me an idea. Like right now,
Hmm.
actually, I was working on the track for him before I jumped on here. And because a lot of times he send me ideas and then he's a musician too. So he'll give me the idea of how he wanted to go. And I go in the studio and create it. So let's get drunk. He already had how he wanted the bass line to go. He already had the chorus. And he said, hey, the rest of it is yours. Go get it. And then so we came up with Let's Get Drunk. I sent it back to him. He recorded it. And that's out. And it's doing well for him, man. So yeah, yeah. So I hear records all the time that pass my studio that I'd be like, dang, that should have been mine. You know what I'm saying? But you can't keep them all. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep them
Yeah.
all. And every record, just because you wrote it and produced it, don't mean every record is not for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Hmm.
Just because you did it, it may not be your record.
Right.
You got to
Now,
be able to understand that too.
now, with that being said, like, um, when you working on your music, and do you ever just think about just putting a whole EP out and then just filtering single after single?
Well, wait, you know what? I just had a conversation with a promoter about that earlier today, and he was
Hmm.
talking about that. He was asking me about albums and do I feel like it's a need for albums? I love the album idea. I love the EP idea, but a lot of times, man, when you give people 10 songs at one time, man, a lot of times they sleep on about 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 of them may catch, and the other 8 just stuck out there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think people attention spans is not that long. You know what I'm saying? Like people are just not taking the time out to say, "Well, I'm gonna go check out JLake album, and I'm gonna go listen to the whole album." You know what I'm saying? Like people really not doing it, and I think that's the reason why a lot of artists are just doing singles right now. And I'm not saying that's the best thing to do, but that's what happens to work currently. You know what I'm saying? I wish we can really get back to the albums and but I really can't name a whole lot of artists, especially in Southern Soul, that's dropping albums right now like that.
Do
You
you
know?
think that the music industry changed for as that is concerned because it's streaming instead of, what I'm saying, you putting in your CD or your tape? Because you put in your CD or your tape, you're gonna have to listen to the whole album. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, man, like with the way streaming is now, where it's not a whole lot of money being made off of it, if you not a person like me that produce and write their own music, and
Hmm.
you having to go pay somebody for those services, then for a whole album you can be out of $20,000 or more
Hmm.
going in the studio to record a record just to not get anything out of it if it flop. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So you got to be more careful with your money. You got to do what works for you. Now, if it's beneficial for you to make an album and you got to go pay for it, then do it. But if not, then you better drop a single at a time and push that thing until you can't no more. You know what I'm saying?
Now, now I've had a conversation earlier today. It was me and Uncle Verge. We had a conversation today, and we was talking about the radio. We're talking about internet and terrestrial FM radio, and the effects that the artist can have and change that they can have. Shout out Tisha Ate a lot bars and hoop radios in the building. Um, that you can have the different effect from being on FM radio than you can with being on internet because people are hearing it and promoters and the radios are putting you on shows and you don't have to ask, you know what I'm saying, or hunt down promoters to be on shows. What is your
Right.
your take on that?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful, man. Like I said, that's the reason why I've been able to work. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you, a lot of promoters done found me off of a DJ on the internet playing my song or just sitting right here on the podcast. One time, man, I was just on a podcast, just chilling, just having a conversation, and I got booked in Virginia
Hmm.
just off of somebody listening to the podcast and hearing a few songs. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing, man. I count nothing out. FM radio, internet radio, podcast. I think it's all a beautiful thing, man, because if you're not promoting and people not knowing what's going on, then you're gonna be sitting at the house, and nobody wants to be sitting at the house. You know what I'm saying? So any
Yeah.
opportunity, man, any opportunity, I jump on it, man. I
Has
jump
there
on it.
ever been a time that you caught writer's block? And if so, how did you get out of it? For everybody that may be listening who think about
Well,
having writing songs and stuff.
well, the difference between me and a lot of writers is most writers they always trying to write. They try to stay in the studio every day, stay in the studio every trying to. I don't force nothing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So if I'm not feeling it, I don't even go in the studio. Only time I go in the studio is when I feel something. So it's been times where I ain't been in the studio all week. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because I don't have nothing to say. I don't have nothing in my mind. But as soon as I get something, and I think that's why, I don't like to say, "Oh, I'm excellent" and nothing like that. But I would like to say I think that's the reason why most of the music is good. It's
Right.
because it's not forced. I
Hmm.
only go in when I got something, and when I got something, it comes out well. So if it's not right, it's not. If I don't have anything up here, I don't even worry about going in. I just have to wait it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's never too long, before I get something. But I just don't force it. So I'll tell any artist, don't just go to the studio just trying to throw some stuff together. Just start, make it make sense. Make sure your track is hot. Make sure your record is hot. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a good mix. Make sure everything is good to your best ability. But some people be so in the big hurry to get some music out, they don't even care. They just whatever they come up with, they just throw it out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Now,
yeah. So you want to
as
keep
a
a reputation, reputation of good music.
that's definitely make sure that it's mixed and mastered properly. Now,
Correct.
when you think about putting your music out and things of that nature, how much of it is 100% the responsibility of the artist, and how should saying much should they take their destiny as being saying real important to them? Because I know that a lot of people don't saying some might say they do it for a hobby, some say they want to do it as a career, but when we're talking about doing music, you have to invest in yourself and you have to
Right.
invest in the things that you do. So, your marketing promotion, how much hands on do you need to be with that?
Man, you got to be on top of it. And the reason being because I know a lot of artists that have good music that ain't going nowhere.
Hmm.
Like, and then like you can't. I've had artists, man, that ask me, man, I need emails. I need emails for DJs where I can send my music out to. You know what I'm saying? Had beautiful music, but guess what? I sent them list of emails. They never
And they
did
ain't
even
never
send them. Didn't even send the music out.
yeah. Yeah.
So you playing. So
Now,
so now I mean I help people, man, where I can, but I've really bagged up a lot because, man, I've experienced people. you break your back for people, man, and they don't even appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
but I think it's important, man. Like you can't go in the studio and say, "Hey, I got a record," and think everybody's gonna run to you. You got to go get it, man. So it's
Hmm.
important. That marketing is a big situation, man. And if you can afford it, man, get somebody that's already making those moves where they can go and get it out to the right people that need to have it in their hands. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's important, man. Like I said, good music is great, but
Hmm.
nobody heard it. What good is it?
Right, right. Now,
Yeah.
and we're talking about marketing and promotion with your music, but being having an understanding of the business, how important is that to have an understanding of the business, understanding that when you have to deal with credits and things of that nature when it comes down to certain songs or songs that you have written by other individuals.
All right, it's very important. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like this is the thing. A lot of people, man. I'll say, like I've never had a manager, you
Hmm.
know, and the reason why I haven't had a manager is because for me to have a manager, I need my manager to come in and do things that I'm not able to do myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been up on the do's and don'ts when it comes to the, copyrights and the distribution and all of the stuff. And I know a lot of promoters. You know what I'm saying? So I had got a lot of stuff done, with just meeting people throughout the way, of my music career. But I feel like if you're an artist that's just don't know nothing but singing, then you may need to get a manager, somebody that's out there that can do they can do some things for you because man, if you don't know anything, then you're just gonna be stuck. So it's important to know your rights and know how to get your stuff marketed, get your stuff copywritten and stuff like that. Because I've had somebody to try to slick get one of my songs, and I had to to go the legal route with it too. So you know what I'm saying. So if your stuff is not in order, then how would you be able to take care of it? You know what I'm saying?
There you
So
Absolutely.
if I was a person that didn't know anything, didn't know the business, didn't know anything, the first thing I would do is get a manager. But I would say someone like me right now, I wouldn't need a manager unless they finna put me on. They coming in finna put me on some major stuff back to back. Like they got a big plan for me, you
Right.
know. Cause so far I've had people come in like, hey man, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. I know this person, and I already know the people that they talking about. I already done work with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking for bigger opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
Now, being the fact that you, like you said, you've networked, you put in that time. Um, when you work with people, do you ever talk to them about their artist development?
Um, well, I be around a lot of people um like people like LJ. You know what I'm saying? And you know, LJ, I told him what we talked about what I've done so far, or he's seen what I've done so far, and he basically told me, like, hey man, whatever you're doing, keep doing it because he told me the opportunities that I'm getting now coming in to Southern Soul,
Hmm.
he didn't have those same situations. Like, he was like when he broke out, when he was in Southern Soul coming up, when he first started, he wasn't getting a whole lot of money. He really wasn't getting paid, but now he's one of the top soul blues artists out there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So artist, I mean, I think you just the artist development, man. You just gotta come in and get up under somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been blessed to watch Calvin Richardson for a long time. Omar Cunningham. I've been on the road with J1. I've been on the road with LJ Eccles, and I'm just watching what's going on, and I'm taking in everything from each one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And then and just applying it. I take a little bit from Omar, a little bit from LJ, and just apply. Just using it for two of the examples, but kind of put it all together and make it work for JLake. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if
Now,
you can get up under somebody or get beside somebody where you can learn from, especially because R&B is different in Southern Soul. What may work in Southern Soul might not work in R&B. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be smart about the direction that you're trying to go into and get up under some good people where you can learn from. Yes,
Now,
sir. So that would be the artist development in Southern Soul for me.
now, when you talk about distribution, because when you're in R&B, people look for distribution deals,
Hmm.
and they're not going to DistroKid. Do you see that distribution deals? How do you see a distribution deal over going to DistroKid? Let's put it that way.
Um. Well, I feel like a distribution deal is good, long as the math, as they say, is the math is mathing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Right.
Like, long as everything is cool, because actually I'm in the talks with some people about a distribution deal myself, currently. So but I'm just, we're just trying to make sure everything is lined up right. I'm not saying that it's a bad idea, because sometimes distribution deal can get you places that distro kid can't. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, some people are connected to Sony Records, some people are connected to different major labels that can get a hold to major labels that might want to sign you, to something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got your own money, you know what I'm saying, and you can make it happen yourself, keep doing it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
Yeah, but any deal, I feel like any deal that's presented, long as it makes sense, you get an entertainment lawyer to look over it. If it makes sense, then
Mhm.
if it makes sense for you, then it's cool. But if not, don't do it.
That's
now,
right. That's right.
do you feel that with all these big festivals, all these big trail rides, and they have extreme numbers, like Spring Fling has close to forty
Right.
thousand people every year. Then you have these trail rides anywhere between 5 and 10,000 people every year. Then now you have the Blues is All Right tour that is going around the country, and they're bringing in 2 and 3 thousand a show. Do you ever think that one day Live Nation would come to and bring some Southern Soul acts in and put them on the road?
Yeah, I actually think that's very possible, as long as we can get some more people. And when I say this, I'm not talking about his music. I'm just talking about the movements that he's making. If we can get some more people making moves, like, you see how, like, King George just went viral, and just out here networking with people outside of Southern Soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see him, getting some sponsorship deals. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Getting some other situations going on outside of Southern Soul. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and I'm not saying, when I say I mean, I think he's being commercialized a little bit, but not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Not like
Mhm.
you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's like
I
he's
got
kind
you.
of separated a little bit, because he's just, I don't know. But if we can get some more people on, more professional, if that makes sense, more professional artists,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of mess go on in Southern Soul a lot, and I noticed that he don't be in no mess. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? He be kind of away from it. So, but yeah, I think it definitely happened, because, man, it's more people listening to Southern Soul now than ever.
Right. Right.
It's young. We got people young and old listening to Southern Soul now. You know what I'm saying? And
That's right.
And
some of these new artists, like I just saw Marcellus the singer got a song with Boosie. So these
hmm
people,
Mhm.
these people are, they coming over. They want to see what's going on. They want a piece of it.
right.
So yeah, so it's definitely coming at some point.
Now, at that point, when you talk about being a good artist or a great artist, sometimes you have to grow past the bar. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, you have to separate yourself a lot of times and put distance between where the normal competition is and where you are, where you stand at. Not saying that you're better than anybody else, but you got to believe in your own vision and put that work in.
Right.
Um, but Jay, I can't believe this hour don't slip by this fast, but
Man, it has. It's gone, ain't it?
it went by real fast. But before we go, You know what I'm saying? Before we go, I gotta hit BBL one more time. I got to
Okay,
hit it
let's
one
do it.
more time. We got to
Let's
do it,
do it.
K, man. I got to hit it one more time. This that new single, BBL, by JLake. Let's go.
It's your boy JLake.
Let's go.
And if you know that thing look good, meet me on the dance floor. It's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. When she walk in the room, everybody stop and stare. That thing look good, no matter what clothes she wear. One thing about it, she know that thing look right. That thing stand out, even glow up at night. She know she bad, I can tell by the way she move. With a body like that, girl, you sure can't lose. If I had one chance, I would rub on you all night long. It's a shame, and you ain't done nothing wrong. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. With a body like that, girl, I know some other women don't like ya. But it don't matter, 'cause I'll turn around and wife ya. Yes, sir. So you got it going on, and you already knew it. Turn around, baby. Don't be scared to show it. That thing look good to me, and to the fellas too. That's why they stand around, watching you do what you do. Give me one chance, baby, let me take you home. I'll rub you up and down when I get you alone. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Said it's looking real good to me. May be real or it may not be. Said it's looking real good to me. Good to me. Good to me. Said it's looking real good to me. May be real or it may not be. Said it's looking real good to me. Good to me. Good to me. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. I don't know if it's real, or she got a BBL, but that thing look good to me. Yes, it does. Like the way she walk, even like the way she talk. But that thing look good to me. Yes, it does.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
That
that
beat
thing
was-
look good to me.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Jay, man, I don't have to tell you, man, that you always welcome back here because you part of the fam. You know what I mean? But
Yes, sir.
tell the people where they can go ahead and get that new single at, and where they can book you and where they can see you for your shows, and even how they can book a music session and get some music from you.
Yeah. Well, man, that record it just came out, man, last Friday. So it's been out almost a week now. So it's available on all digital outlets, wherever you stream your music. It's there. We also dropped a studio video performance of me doing that record. It's out on YouTube and Vivo now too, so check it out there. But if you'd like to book me, it's 901 262 8286, and that's for production as well. So songwriting production, that's a number to call. Or you can email me at soulinkmusic@gmail.com. And man, I am JLake on all of the social medias. You know, I am JLake. You'll pull me up. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm there. Yes, sir.
I tell you, man, I'm gonna be rocking that BL for a little minute now. I done messed around.
Yeah, man. Put it in your playlist, man.
It got to be done. It's got to be done. Nigga can't have dropped his head.
Yeah, man. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man. Like I said, brother, you know what I'm saying? It's an honor and a privilege to have you on. Just kick it with us for about 2 minutes behind the scenes, and
Okay.
we'll be able to let you go. But Kay, you know what time it is, big bro.
Yeah. For all y'all looking for a BBL, just holler at Josh and Mel. He let you know whether it's real or not. So, you know.
I ain't
All
paying
right,
for no
yeah.
BBLs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for tuning in to Real2reel360 with our homeboy right man, JLake is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Jay, you know, we appreciate you. Like my brother said, you know, you always welcome back anytime, any place, man. When you're ready to drop it, let us know. We got you.
Yes, sir.
People out there, it's already loaded. You can get that BBL on Real2reel360 radio, and it's gonna be a hot one. It's definitely a hot
Yeah.
one now. Let's just push it. Let's do it. Let's support our brother JLake, his music, his talent, his passion, and his goal, man. Let's all come together and do what's right, because if each one of us has a play and a part of it, let's come together and make it a whole thing. That's what we about.
Definitely. Now, I want to make sure that we clarify this. You'll be able to hear BBL on our radio station. You won't get a BBL off our radio station. Real 360 is not paying for nobody's BBL.
No doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, you know, we wish y'all the best, man, and everything that y'all do, always put 100 to it and keep it 100, all right? This is DJ KY's on behalf of Nashamel Allah, a.k.a. Mr. PhD, and our good brother JLake. This is Real2reel360. We say peace, y'all. We out of here like last year. Let's get it.
Out of here. Peace.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ KY's, my brother, take us up out of here, son.
True
Peace.
indeed. I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth. To all the human families on the planet Earth, I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. The beast of man, woman, and child of the universe. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the Real 360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe, so we continue to grow, to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's